and the crowd was great yesterday. They were supporting us the entire way, and then when Cattell hit the home run, the place erupted and went crazy. And it was a great moment to watch him walk into the dugout smiling the way that he was, and a very deserving moment for him considering what he's been through with being named the starter yesterday. I just was glad that he had that moment. He'd been grinding a little bit prior to the base hit that he got to left field, prior to that home run. But great players do the greatest things at the greatest times, and that's what he did yesterday.
When a ball game is heading to extra innings, what are the first few things that you as the manager are focused on? If you had a checklist for extra innings, what's near the top?
Yeah, who's coming up? Who's going to be the runner? Who's going to be the hitter? And are we going to be able to execute the small ball game? Or are we going to go out there and let these guys swing the bat? And then I transition over to what their situation is going to be like. So, you have a little bit of time to think about it as you are getting close to entering the top of the 10th inning, and you have some of your fielders in the dugout, but prior to going out there in the top of the inning, you just give them a heads up. And I usually go over to Jerry and tell them this is the expectation, this is who they're going to pinch run, this is who they're going to have as a hitter, potentially a pinch hitter, just make sure everybody's ready in the right spots. I feel like if we do that from a defensive standpoint, we don't compound things by throwing balls away or not being in the right place at the right time, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win the game.
What it really came down to in the end was whether or not you could score the ghost runner from second base. Do you have a general philosophy and strategy for scoring that runner in extra innings, or does it really just depend on who's coming to the plate?
Yeah, I think you're going to evaluate who's coming to the plate, right? Gino Suarez has not bunted since Little League, and he's a slugger, and he can hit a 2-run home run just as fast as he can get a ground ball base hit to the right side of the diamond to advance the runner. So I'm going to allow him the freedom to go out there and play the game the way he wants to. But there's a couple things that you want to do when you're playing in the top of the inning, hitting in the top of the inning. You want to score as many runs as you possibly can because you just don't know what's in store for the bottom of the 9th inning. And then when you come back into the dugout, you have to determine: do we need a run to tie the score, or do we need a run to win the game? At times, there'll be some movement, maybe a pinch runner, maybe a pinch hitter, depending on where we're at, to just get that runner to third base. But there's definitely a strategy. I haven't yet figured it out. I'm always trying to. I don't think there's any perfect science to it. The guys just got to go out there and execute.
You'll see a familiar face on the mound for the Giants as Robbie Ray is the opposing starting pitcher here today. Obviously, you guys spent several years together here in Arizona. Can you give me some sort of Robbie Ray story or a memory from your time being his manager here?
Oh, there's too many. But first of all, an unbelievable competitor, somebody that's going to go out there and be a very tough customer. He wants to come in and bury us, guarantee it. This is a team that he spent a lot of time with. He cut his teeth here, and he grew up. He became a major league pitcher on this team, under my watch. In my opinion, he really turned the corner and became an all-star the first year that I got here. So I know that he's ready to go and he wants to compete. That's the first thing that stands out about him. But on the 4 days in between his starts, he's a little bit of the class clown. He's got an unbelievable sense of humor. He's always looking for the next little laugh. There's definitely a playful side to him. There's a story. I can't tell you exactly what the story was, but inside of the visiting clubhouse in San Diego, he had a shtick going that still makes me laugh even just thinking about it. But that's who he is. He's very loose in the 4 days prior to.
Today It's a beautiful day at the grocery store. The shopper is rounding the end cap. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce. Here comes the slide.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark, Bob.
Talk about a curveball.
Clean up on aisle 5.
At Morgan & Morgan, we know injuries can come out of left field. As America's largest injury law firm, we've recovered over $20 billion for our clients. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Visit forthepeople.com or an office near you.
Experience a playcation in paradise. Talking Stick Resort in sunny Scottsdale offers you 4-star mountain views. Treat yourself to a relaxing spa, enjoy award-winning dining, and explore the hottest slots and table games. Plunge into our refreshing pools with private air-conditioned casitas. Plus, no resort fees for Arizona and our surrounding states. Treat yourself to the best in the Southwest. Book your stay and play Getaway today. Visit TalkingStickResort.com. Life well played.
Is your AC ready for summer? Emergency Air, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks, truly cleans your system while the other guys just check a box. Their techs spend up to 2 hours deep cleaning, basically refurbishing your unit. They guarantee it won't break down this summer or the service is free. First-time customers get this service for just $39. Visit emergencyair.com to book with the trusted team that keeps the D-backs cool and knocks it out of the park.
Emergency Air. The difference is we care.
Honeywell Aerospace Technologies is proud to partner with the Arizona Diamondbacks to support STEM education in Arizona schools through the Future Shaper STEM Grants program. 10 schools will receive $5,000 each to fund STEM projects that inspire students and teachers. Are you looking for a rewarding career? Do you want to work for a company that is positively impacting the world through cutting-edge aerospace technology and community engagement? If so, Honeywell Aerospace Technologies is the place for you. Visit www.honeywell.com/careers to check out all of the career opportunities and learn how to become a Future Shaper. And go Diamondbacks!
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong. Join today. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. Must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with parent guardian.
Diamondbacks Radio Network. D-backs BP Show.
We are just a few minutes away from baseball. The D-backs picked up a pair of wins to start this series. So at worst, they will split the series, but that makes it even more important to go out and win the finale. It won't be easy. Former Diamondback Robbie Ray is back to pitching at an elite level. He's on the hill for the Giants. And Brandon Pfaadt will start for Arizona, looking for his 9th win of the season. Chris Garagiola is standing by. He's coming up. Josh Colmenter's here as well with much more on the pitching matchup, the starting lineups, and all the play-by-play. Giants versus D-backs. The series finale is next on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played, Avnet, delivering what's next in technology every time we take the field. Fry's, with Boost by Fry's VIP. Win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit frysfood.com/boost today. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. This has been the Diamondbacks BP Show.
12 News is dedicated to the Arizona Diamondbacks, bringing you the Friday fun. Lead off with D-backs on deck to get you ready for the first pitch. Then, tune in to watch select Friday home games on 12 News. It's all followed by 12 News at 10 for the latest developments across the state. Stream D-backs on deck, then catch up on breaking news, weather, and exclusive content. All available anytime on 12+. It's baseball season in Arizona. 12 News, the official broadcast home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
At Fry's.
Swung on, hit in the air to center. Going back is Bell. He's onto the track. He's at the wall, and it is gone! Cattell does it once again. A 3-run homer.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort. Life well played. Avnet, your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fry's. Hey, D-backs fans, score big game day meals at Fry's with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Fry's, fresh for everyone. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, it is once again time for Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. And tonight, the Diamondbacks get ready for the series finale and look to take 3 of 4 from their division rivals and foes, the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the Greg Schulte radio booth. My name is Chris Garagiola. I'm joined along with Steve Zinsmeister, Leo Gilmartin, our producer-engineer. Matt Lazarus is our technical director. And our analyst, former Diamondback pitcher Josh Colmenter, will be joining us in a moment. The Diamondbacks, it looked like they had an opportunity to take the first 3 of this series. A thrilling game last night thanks to the theatrics of Ketel Marte, a game-tying 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. But it was not meant to be. The Giants would go on and prevail by a final score of 6-5. And now the decision to not use some of those high-leverage arms in last night's ball game for the Diamondbacks. Torey Lovullo is hoping that gives him an edge if it comes to it late, as the Giants had to expend a lot of resources in the game last night just to get their first win of the series. Now, what does that mean for today? Well, Bob Melvin and the Giants going to lean on a former Cy Young winner and a guy that Diamondback fans know well in Robbie Ray. And so far this season, Ray with the Giants has made every start when his name has been called upon, and he has thrown the ball exceptionally well. 8-3 record, a 2.75 ERA. This will be his 18th start of the season, and there is a strong possibility that Ray could be representing the Giants at the All-Star game in Atlanta. Now, for the Diamondbacks, it is going to be right-hander Brandon Pfaadt, who has also not missed a turn in the rotation, has had his ups and downs. A strong start in the beginning of the season, but he's now taken his lumps over the last month and a half. A 5.38 ERA, and the biggest thing that stands out with a guy like Brandon Pfaadt, it's the home runs allowed. The most he allowed at any point in any season was last year, 24 homers, 181.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's another Whataburger DM. Miranda says, it's 2023 and still no Pico Burger. How do we get y'all to pick it back up? Miranda, we totally thought we responded to this. We know it's been a minute or two, but good news, the Pico de Gallo burger is back up. Yep, the 2 fresh beef patties covered with crisp Pico de Gallo, 2 slices of pepper jack and creamy cilantro lime sauce you love is back. And it's all thanks to you. The Pico de Gallo burger is back for a limited time. What a burger!
Avnet is your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are a global technology distributor and solutions provider headquartered right here in the Valley. We help businesses all over the world source the right technology components and manage the logistics to get their products to market. The components we distribute are likely in the products you use and depend on every day, from your car to your household appliances. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology distribution. Visit avnet.com to learn more.
Every day, helping, caring, supporting. Every day at APS, we're here to provide payment assistance programs to customers in need. We recognize how important it is to keep your bill as low as possible. Our energy support program offers eligible customers discounts of up to 25 or 60% every month. Pay down your bill with crisis bill assistance and other programs and resources. Learn how you can get help with your bill at aps.com/brighter.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We welcome you back to Chase Field. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today and use code DBACKS when signing up. The Giants, led by manager Bob Melvin, have a record of 46 and 41. Leading off in right field, Mike Yastrzemski. Batting second, shortstop Willie Adames. Batting third,
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of. To punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central, with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's on point.
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Expansion for this Giants lineup, and that's what he needs to take advantage of.
Coley, one thing we have noticed about this Giants lineup is their inability to punish the four-seam fastball, and it's really up and down the lineup. They're without a couple key guys. Obviously, Matt Chapman close to returning. Patrick Bailey had a couple big hits last night. This is a scheduled day off for him. It feels like when you look at this lineup, there's an even larger emphasis. Establish the fastball, get ahead in the count, let everything else work off of that.
If you just put up a couple zeros, let the offense get ahead, it just seems like it's so hard for this team on the Giants side to climb back into games and score enough runs to overcome a deficit. So if he puts up a couple early zeros, that's a great sign.
Meanwhile, veteran James McCann behind the plate. He did wonders with Zach Gallen, struck out 10 Giants in his start, didn't allow a walk. He just has a bit of a presence to him that comes with experience. I'm sure you could speak to that when you work with veteran catchers.
It's so nice because not only do they learn about you and watch video on you, but they know pretty much the entire league. So he knows what guys are susceptible to based on their swings. And he said a lot of great things of working with Zach, where he found out what works and what wasn't. And I'm sure he did the exact same thing with Brandon Pfaadt, looking at some of his most recent starts. And it'll be great to get the best out of Brandon today.
Partly cloudy skies, 106 degrees. And, well, no surprise, roof is closed, panels are closed as we get ready for the finale tonight. Ramon DeJesus is calling balls and strikes. Quinn Walcott is at first. Adrian Johnson, the crew chief, at second. And Paul Clemens is over at third. Second straight day, the Giants in their black alternate uniforms, black jerseys, gray pants, bright orange numbers and letters. The D-backs, second straight day in their whites. White jerseys, white pants with the A logo on the left breast pocket. Pfaadt is ready. His first pitch to Yastrzemski, a swing and a foul. And just like that, we're off and running on time, 6:40, the time of first pitch.
Back-to-back games, he started swinging at the first pitch, and hopefully he learned from Merrill. Don't just groove a fastball here.
Here comes the 0-1 now from Pfaadt. And Yastrzemski takes outside. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Giants were very patient against Gallen. It did not work in that game. They were much more aggressive early, as you hinted at, against Merrill Kelly last night. As the 1-1 swung on, that's a hard hit. One hopper to Blaze Alexander, who twirls and throws to first in time. First start of the year since getting called up to the big leagues for Alexander, and no problems with that play.
He's probably been chomping at the bit. He was out there early getting a lot of ground ball reps over at second base, knew he was getting the start tonight. And, of course, the ball finds him on the first batter.
I'll bring up Willie Adames. Well, Adames, he did homer in this series. And the first pitch is just off the plate for ball 1. 3 for 11. Again, one of those hits, a solo home run, 3 strikeouts. As this pitch from Pfaadt swung on, and that's off the end of the bat, foul right side. The count even at 1-1. As much as the Giants have been struggling, when you look at the standings right now, they're just a half game behind San Diego for second place in the division. As this one to Adames is inside, tried the sinker, but Adames now ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. And I think more importantly, beyond just the National League West, where the Dodgers are starting to create some distance, the 2-1, and should have been a strike. 'Twas not called. It's now a 3-1 count. The Giants are just a half game behind the Cardinals and Padres for the third and final wild card position. Here's the 3-1. And that one swung on, rolled foul. Nice pitch location on a 3-1 count. It's now full.
Key to get this account back full, because Adames will expand the zone once he gets 2 strikes. Doesn't matter if it's full or not.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander Pfaadt ready. Into his windup. Here's the payoff to Adames. And he missed badly outside. That'll be a 1-out walk.
Pfaadt's so rotational with how he throws in that lower arm angle that most of the time when he misses, he pulls it way over there like that one.
And so now here is designated hitter Rafael Devers. Devers, look, he's had a miserable series in the 3 games coming into play today. 2 for 13, 8 strikeouts. As this one is swung on and fouled out of play. The count 0-1. However, despite some of the recent struggles of a guy like Devers, he is a guy who hits a lot of home runs. Brandon Pfaadt in his career has been a guy who has surrendered a lot of home runs. No score, top of the first, 1 on and 1 out for the Giants. A throw to first, and Adames is back there safely.
He got a first pitch fastball in a spot he could hit it, and that's been the biggest problem. You mentioned their struggles with the fastball, particularly Devers. When he gets pitches to hit, he can only foul them off.
Now Pfaadt is set. Here's the 0-1. Devers swings, hits a high fly ball, left field side, slicing quickly and moving out of play. It's now 0-2. Well, this is going to be a big key for Pfaadt. Last year, he was one of the league leaders in called third strikes. He would get ahead and then be able to lock guys up with a curveball or a sweeper. had a harder time finishing guys and finishing the at-bats when he gets ahead early like this. He's ready. At his 0-2, Devers takes just outside. Try to four-seamer. Not a bad try at all. It's 1-2.
That might be the veteran McCann right there. Stick with the hard stuff. There's no sense slowing a pitch down right into his bat speed.
1-2 now. Left-handed hitter is Devers. D-backs expect him to pull the ball either up the middle or to the right side. As that pitch just missed the corner, and it's now 2-2. Another four-seam fastball. Fought ready. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up, but that, I believe, is going to get out of play. We'll do it again.
Went with the first off-speed pitch, and it was so good. Down and in. Had Devers so far out in front that he actually fouled it off over his own dugout.
Here's the 2-2, and what do we have here? A pitch clock violation assessed to the pitcher. That's going to make it a full count. Fought was about to, it looked like, release the ball and then just held on to it, even though he kind of actually fired his arm. Don't like to see that from your pitcher. As now this 3-2 pitch, runner goes. That is outside ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And that's where that automatic violation really comes back to sting.
Crucial, because now they had to go to a fastball, but he tried to go up and away 3 separate times, and all 3 times he missed the strike zone.
An 0-2 walk. And that brings up Elliot Ramos. Ramos, a day off yesterday until he was called upon to pinch hit late, and turned out to have a pretty pivotal at bat. In the 10th inning, had an infield single that set up first and third. The Giants would then score on a sac fly. And the D-backs could not do the same in the bottom of the 10th. That's how you get to a 6-5 ball game. And now Ramos, a right-handed hitter, first and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bouncer to third, fair ball. Pass Suarez down the line. Adames rounding third. He will score. Devers very gingerly makes his way towards third base. I mean, talk about a lack of effort. That's a fortunate break for the D-backs because it's only 1-0.
He downshifted rounding second base and basically walked halfway there. And there's just bad luck for Fott on that. But it'd be one thing if that hadn't followed 2 walks and he put guys in scoring position just by putting them on, not being able to throw strikes, and that's what cost him a run.
So the Giants strike first. It's 1-0. And now here is Jung-Hoo Lee, who finished a home run shy of the cycle. Left-handed hitter, very slender frame, incredibly athletic, and some surprising pop. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball from Fott, and that one missed low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Lee in this series, 3 for 9, all those hits coming yesterday. Now the 1-0. And it's slow from Fott for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 walks, a double, and now a 2-0 count to Lee. Right-hander ready. Here's his 2-0. There's a swing and a ball drilled out to deep center field. Thomas back now. He stops, makes the catch. And both runners going to tag. Coming home to score is Devers. A sac fly will make it 2-0.
Put another good swing on it, and this has been a problem for Fott. He's given up more runs in the first inning than any other time. And for back-to-back starts, it's going to be a crooked number here in the first.
That brings up Dominic Smith with a runner at third and 2 outs. The lefty hitting .258 with 1 homer and 8 driven in. First pitch from Fott. Breaking ball, pulled foul on the ground. And the count is 0-1. Giants 2. The Diamondbacks yet to take their swings as we're still in the top of the first inning. Chris Garagiola alongside Josh Colmenter. No balls and a strike from the stretch. Fought fires and missed inside with a cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike the count.
That's a big development for Fott. He started throwing the cutter 3 starts ago, so he was working on that pitch mid-season, decided to bring it out.
There's the 1-1. Swung on, popped up. Third base side, maybe a chance for Suarez, and can't quite reach it. Just out of his stretch. He ran quite a distance to even make that a possibility. And the count now on Dominic Smith at 1-2 strikes.
And another cutter up and in. Suarez probably would have required a dive or a slide, but he was getting awfully close to the wall.
So it's 1-2. Suarez playing well off the bag at third. As the 1-2 is fouled back. Unfortunately for Fott, beyond just the 2 runs, and for guys who typically struggle when giving up runs in the first inning, or just that being a thing, pitch counts also tend to bloat in the first, and that makes it hard to go deep right from the very jump. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled again. Still 1-2.
That's now 4 pitches in a row up and in to Dom Smith. A couple cutters, and he tried to lock him up with a sinker last time. One thing I love about McCann is he has that target between Dominic Smith and home plate. So he's giving him a good target of where he wants that in off the plate.
The 1-2 again is swung on and fouled. Pretty much just cutters and sinkers so far in this at bat. Doesn't want to speed up his bat by throwing a slower off-speed pitch. 1-2. Ramos at third, 2 outs, top of the first. And Fott is going to disengage. So now he's ready. And the right-hander tries again. 1-2. Couldn't check his swing. Smith down on strikes. The inning is over. It's the first strikeout for Fott. Unfortunately, after 1, the Giants, they score 2 on 2 walks and a double. It's the Giants 2.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Find a provider and schedule an appointment today at dignityhealth.org/DHMG.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Ketel Marte leads off the bottom of the first inning. And the Giants out to an early 2-0 lead. As former Diamondback Robbie Ray, first pitch is up and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Marte having an all-star season, quite literally, as this one is a pop-up in a shallow right field. Long run for Yastrzemski, but the right fielder now settles underneath it and makes the grab. 2 pitches, 1 out. And tell us a little bit more about Robbie Ray.
Robbie, the velocity maybe just a tick down, but One thing he started to do this year is throw the changeup. He's thrown it at various parts of his career, but not as much this year as he has since 2016. So it's been a long time, but that pitch is helping him out and help use, since there's not that much velocity, but he loves throwing that fastball up in the zone.
It's going to bring up Geraldo Perdomo. And the first pitch is outside for ball one. Ray spent 6 years with the Diamondbacks and arguably some of the best years of his career. Racked up 47 wins, almost 800 innings in a Diamondback uniform before he was traded to Toronto, where the following year he would go on and win the Cy Young. His only, as the 1-0 pitch. And the classic Ray grunt precedes the called strike to make it a 1-1 count.
And maybe the only other difference is he really tries to hide the ball. He throws across his body a lot more.
Now a swing and a ball barreled out towards center field. It's going to be playable, though, for Lee, who maybe a step or two shy of the warning track at center makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
And you're right. You'll hear that Robbie's throwing the ball before you see it, as he was running. And even our esteemed producer, Leo Gilmartin, said he was doing the same thing in his bullpen out here a couple days ago.
Gurriel, 251 average, 12 homers, 44 driven in. First pitch, and a strike called. In this series, Gurriel 3 for 11 with a couple of homers. Here's the 0-1. Gurriel swings, sends a ball out towards left center. To his left goes Ramos, and he will make the catch. It's a 3 fly out, 1, 2, 3, bottom of the first, and we go to the second. Giants 2, and the D-backs nothing on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Your backyard is for summer fun, not an ant invasion. Call 602-BLUE-SKY today. We'll defend your pool deck, secure your picnic spots, and stop ants before they overrun your summer. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Top of the second, 2-0 Giants. And Tyler Fitzgerald leads off for the visitors. Fought a couple of walks that came back to hurt him in the first. And the first pitch here, swing and a miss. Fitzgerald getting plenty of run in this series. So far, just 2 hits in the first 3 games as he swings and fouls it. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID in the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
0-2, here it is. And a check swing and a miss. Fitzgerald didn't need any appeal. He started to go back to the dugout. And that's back-to-back strikeouts by Brandon Pfaadt.
They certainly went back in the dugout and game plan. He came out 3 different pitches to get that strikeout. And that's what Fott's kind of become this year. He's much more comfortable using his entire arsenal of pitches.
Here's Brett Wisely now, left-handed hitting third baseman. And first pitch is in there for a strike. Well, Matt Chapman seems to be nearing a return here for San Francisco as the 0-1 to Wisely swung on and fouled. There are reports that Chapman is going to head out to Double-A Sacramento tomorrow as part of a rehab assignment. Obviously, if that goes well, they might have him have a couple with that sprained right hand of his, but he has been at Chase Field each game before the start of the game in this series. Has been working out, throwing, hitting, running, as Wisely again grounds the 0-2 pitch foul, still 0-2. And then it's going to be the real first look for this Giants group that has Devers with likely Adames and Chapman somewhere around him. 2-0 Giants. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one fouled away, straight back. Wisely being a pest here.
Given the opportunity to trade for Devers, they certainly like the look when all their parts are healthy. What that lineup looks like is it definitely needs offense.
Another 0-2. Strike three called. And now 3 strikeouts in a row for Fott.
Locked him up. He was trying to get Dominic Smith with that pitch, and he kept fouling him off. And this one he finally gets Wisely not to swing, and he just takes that running fastball. It starts in and comes back over the plate.
Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. Andrew Kisner, first pitch, swinging a foul. And the count is 0-1. Kisner, who previously was with the St. Louis Cardinals, is making his 11th start this year for the Giants. And so far on offense, he is just 3 for 31. The 0-1 from Fott. And that's below the knees, says Ramon De Jesus. Evens count at 1-1 strike. Fott looking for a nice bounce back inning here. Trying to keep the pitch count down as the 1-1 swung on and missed. It's now a ball and 2 strikes.
He's come out in the second inning just a strike throwing machine.
San Francisco 2, Diamondbacks nothing. And the 1-2 is popped up behind home plate. McCann throws the helmet underneath it, makes the catch in front of the netting, and it is a 1-2-3, top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Giants in front 2-0 on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
DQ presents.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
D-BACKS Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Now leading up for the Diamondbacks, it'll be Eugenio Suarez. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. D-BACKS trail the Giants early here, 2-0. Chris Garagiola alongside Josh Colmenter. Leo Gilmartin, our producer-engineer. Matt Lazarus is our technical director. Here's the first pitch to Suarez. And a swing and miss. The count 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. And a strike called. A count 0-2. Suarez in this series So far, just one hit. However, that hit was a home run. The 0-2, swing and a miss.
Almost the exact same strikeout Fott had. He threw him 3 different pitches, and it just took 3 to get the strikeout.
One down for the right fielder, Randall Grichuk. Well, we talked about, obviously, the experience with Robbie Ray having been a Diamondback for 6 years. This is his 69th career start at Chase Field. Grichuk now takes a strike, and that's going to make it 0-1. Building that he knows very well, has had some wonderful memories. As the 0-1 swung on, that hit out towards center field. And Lee, to his right, calls off Ramos to make the catch. Now there are 2 down, and here is Blaze Alexander.
It's early, just got into double digits pitch-wise, but Robbie Ray is locating the off-speed stuff, and when he pairs that with the fastball, that's when you rack up a Cy Young type year.
D-backs a youthful bottom part of the lineup with Alexander in the 6-hole and Tawa in the 8-hole. Right-handed hitter, first pitch to Blaze is too high for ball 1. 284 average in AAA Reno this year, 8 homers, 41 RBIs. Right-handed hitter who really burst onto the scene with his offense at the beginning of the season last year, as the 1-0 is just outside. Really impressed a lot of coaches with his play in spring training. And then obviously when you lose Perdomo in the first week of the season and Jordan Lawler was also out injured, that gave Blaze the lion's share of starts at shortstop. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count now at 2-1.
We talked early on last year, the whole reason he made it was because of that stellar spring training performance. He pretty much forced his way onto the roster.
Ray is ready, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, and off the end of the bat, it's grounded to short, and Adames fires to first in time. Another 1-2-3 inning by Robbie Ray. And we go into the third, Giants 2, D-backs nothing on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
If you're
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The San Francisco Giants travel to Chase Field on June 30th for a 4-game series to take on the D-backs. Get your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
With Boost by Fry's VIP, win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit friesfood.com/boost today. Well, Mike Yastrzemski leads off for the Giants. Giants with an early 2-0 lead. 2 runs on 1 hit. D-backs still looking for their first base runner. And the first one is a called strike to Yastrzemski. The count is 0-1. First time up, Yastrzemski with a ground out Now the pitch. He swings, fouls it back, and the count is 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out, the 0-2. And Yastrzemski flinches but takes. Well, when you have a reputation for being so frequently in the strike zone, you get a lot of motions, movements, and check swings like that. As this 1-2, another check swing, but he held once again. And it's now 2-2.
Led off two really good sweepers back to back. He's trying to throw it at his back foot.
Here's the pitch, and it's low, full count. Just trying to limit the walks here. Both walks in the first inning came home to score, as this one is ripped past the dive of Alexander, and it's into right field, a leadoff base hit.
Great effort by Blaze. That's full extension. Just couldn't quite get there on a 3-2 shot, and that's kind of the problem for Fott. That second inning, he was so good getting outs once he got to 2 strikes. The first inning, that was a problem getting to 3-ball counts.
Here is Adames, and the first one to him is sprayed foul. 0-1 to count. Adames drew one of those 2 walks. And again, it's not like Fott really falls behind, as the 0-1 is in there for a strike. It's now 0-2. It usually looks a lot like this. No balls, 2 strikes. Fott ready. He throws. And he missed outside.
That second inning, he was so good. Just 12 pitches, 11 for strikes.
One and 2 now. Here's the 1-2 to Adames. Should have been strike 3 again. That's now twice that Fott has been absolutely hosed. 2-2.
That one definitively in the zone. McCann had to reach across his body. I guess the umpire didn't give him the benefit of the doubt there.
This one swung on and lifted high and deep to center field. Thomas is going back. He is looking up. It's off the top of the wall. They're not saying home run. Fitzgerald, pardon me, that's Yastrzemski, waved around third. He will score an RBI double at the moment, but it might also be a 2-run home run for Adames.
Umpires are looking into the dugout. It looks like they want him to challenge it. And talk about missing in the middle. That pitch was dead in the middle, and Adames did not miss it.
And now, I think we're going to see an umpire review here. All that coming after a clear, blatant missed strike 3 call. He had him. He executed his pitch. And it turns out when you give big leaguers 4 strikes in an at-bat, it's much harder to get them out. And so we are going to have a replay review brought to you by Planet Fitness. Get fit for less at $15 a month.
Thomas probably had the best view of it out there.
No home run.
And, I mean, he didn't make any reaction at all. The ball ping-ponged off that high wall out there, so Gurriel ended up throwing it in.
Well, it's going to be tough to tell from a straight-on view. It looks like it hits the yellow or just below it. I think that's going to be a double. Really, we need something that's a bit more perpendicular to the center field wall to get a good understanding of how high it hit up. But that certainly looks like it is below the line. And Bob Melvin, who managed here for many years, knows how sucky that line can be.
You got to hit the ball a long ways to get it out dead center.
So it is going to be a double. I mean, not only is it 407 feet to the base of the wall, but then you have to hit it over a 23-foot wall.
And that's why some of the home runs that have been hit off the video board up there are legendary, because how far you got to do it to almost hit it off your face up there.
And now Devers takes inside for ball one. One ball, no strikes, the count. Fought ready, he fires. And the pitch swung on and fouled back. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch, swing, and a bouncing ball right side, backhanded by Tawa. He underhands to Fott, covering at first base. It's in time. And now there's one out. And that brings up the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. And we will likely see the Diamondbacks bring their infield in here.
It looks like they're starting to. Blaze was the first one in there. Now the rest are starting to join him just on the other side of the turf. And then back to Adames. 425 feet he hit that just to come up with a double.
First 1-2, Ramos is outside. One ball, no strikes. Ramos can be a bit of a free swinger. And Fott can work the sweeper away or even the sinker in. Might be able to get some weak contact. Richard's got a pretty strong arm in right. As the 1-0 swung on and a ground ball somehow sneaks through into left field. Coming home to score is Adames. It's now a 4-0 Giant lead. And what an awful break there for Fott.
Back to back to Ramos. He chopped one right down the third baseline, and he chops this one between the drawn-in infield. Neither of them hit particularly hard, but this is one of those ones where if you could throw it from home plate, it'd be hard to do better than that.
2 RBIs now for Elliot Ramos, who's got 46 on the year. And still only one out. Here is Jung-Hoo Lee, who really punched one to center field his first time up. The pitch here, inside. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. From the belt, the 1-0. And that's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Fott has thrown 55 pitches. He went on a stretch towards the end of the first inning, and to begin the second, we threw 14 strikes in a row. So it's made his numbers look more where they should be. As the 2-0, Lee swings and fouls it. And the count 2-1.
I know he doesn't need to buckle out and get some outs here, but try to keep that pitch count down. That's something Torrey's been able to rely on his starters this series, is going at least 6, if not more.
It's a great point you bring up as the 2-1. And Lee takes upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Nelson, 6 2/3 in the opener. Gallen with 7 on Tuesday night. Then last night, Kelly grinded his way through a quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs allowed. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And a strike called. Full count now. Lee has really done a good job putting the ball in the air. And this is a time where Fott's looking for that double play ball on the ground. He's ready as Fott. And now the right-handers, 3-2, runner goes. That one swung on, and another fly ball to deep center. Though Thomas tracks it down, makes the catch. And not going to try and throw Ramos out at first. He just gets it back to his cutoff man as there are 2 down for Dominic Smith.
Ramos in motion, picked up the ball. He saw it was in center. He got as far as second base. And once he knew Thomas was for sure going to make the catch, motored back to first.
We're in the 3rd inning. The Giants have a 4-0 lead. The Diamondbacks, unfortunately, against Ray, 6 up, 6 down start. Right now, traffic moving in one direction. And now Fott is first one to Smith. Swung on, and that one just glanced foul. Smith struck out his first time up. Right-hander ready. Here's the 0-1. Half swing and a miss that time. Just placed it on the top of the strike zone. And that came in at about 93 miles per hour. It's an 0-2 count.
Smith is up there to swing. He's been aggressive every time he's been in the box this series.
Ramos at first. There are 2 outs in this third inning. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Everybody knew it. And that's going to put an end to the third. Unfortunately, the Giants, they scored 2 more. They do it on 3 hits in strand 1. And we go to the bottom of the third. It is
.com/careers to check out all of the career opportunities and learn how to become a future shaper. And go Diamondbacks!
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
James McCann leads off for the Diamondbacks. Bottom of the third inning. And the first pitch from Robbie Ray is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 4-0 the Giants lead. And McCann, he is really impressed in limited starts. Today just his 5th start behind the plate for the Diamondbacks as the 1-0 is pulled foul. And on offense, he's 4 for 8 with a home run and 2 RBIs.
Walked 3 times as well, so he's fit right into what the D-backs offensive philosophy is.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, and on the ground is short. Adames, as routine as it gets, he throws to first, and there's 1 down here in the third inning.
Ray really rolling and getting a lot of outs with the off speed. It's either the curveball, which is a little slower, or a hard slider that almost acts more as a cutter.
Celebrate the 4th of July all weekend long at Chase Field. Be sure to arrive early on Saturday to get a D-backs patriotic tee. Secure your tickets now at DBACKS.com. Here is Tim Tawa. He takes the first pitch strike, and the count is 0-1. Tawa, the average down to 203, 6 homers, 14 driven in. As now the 0-1. Tawa swings, cues it foul. It's 0-2. A real tough day for him yesterday. And his manager was asked about it post-game, and the manager encouraged Tawa to keep grinding, keep fighting. As Ray's 0-2 is low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cited his football background, his both physical and mental toughness. In for Naylor, who will likely be in the lineup tomorrow, as the 1-2 is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's tough, especially you come up, you have some success early, then teams start figuring out where your holes are, how to pitch you, and then it's your turn to adjust to that.
The 2-2, swing and a miss, and Tawa's down on strikes.
An interesting start for Ray here. I mean, it's been great through 8 guys, but he's leaning a lot on the off-speed stuff, which is atypical from what he usually does.
Going to bring up Alec Thomas. He's the only lefty in this lineup. Having a very nice series here against the Giants. I think he's 5 for 12 with a homer. First pitch here, and fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Giants have a 4-0 lead with 2 down in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 pitch, and it's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Ray, he throws, and Thomas grounds it to second. Coming in Fitzgerald, a quick exchange over to first, and Robbie Ray flawless first time through the order. We go into the 4th inning. The Giants have a 4-0 lead. We'll be back after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-Back.
News is dedicated to the Diamondbacks. Tune in free over the air to watch select Friday home games, followed by 12 News at 10. And for complete coverage, stream D-Backs on Deck, available anytime on 12+.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Tyler Fitzgerald leads off the 4th inning. As the D-Backs, they got their work cut out for them. They're down 4-0 right now. And first pitch to Fitzgerald. Nice breaking ball. Dropped in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Fitzgerald, first time up, a strikeout victim. 1 of 4. As the 0-1 is fired in there for a strike. It's now an 0-2 count. Bott already at 65 pitches. The 0-2 is just off the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was the exact sequence he struck him out on. He went curveball, sinker, sweeper. This time he lays off of it.
Here's the 1-2. Missed the outside changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased the sweeper well off the plate. Now that's now a 2-strikeout night so far for Tyler Fitzgerald.
Fogg's handled his bottom of the lineup really easily. It's just the top that's clipped him for 4 runs so far.
At Dignity Health, our team of orthopedic experts can help keep you in motion. Don't let joint pain put your life on pause. Visit dignityhealth.org/AZ Ortho to learn more. And now Brett Wisely, big cut and a miss at the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Wisely asking for time and excavating some of the dirt at the very back of the left-handed hitter's box. No balls, 1 strike. Here is the 0-1. In there for strike 2. Fought very aggressive in the strike zone. And this is bottom of the order. The 0-2 pitch. And that one, strike 3 called. And Wisely did not like it. Furious about it, but it appeared to clip the top of the strike zone.
Not getting a ton of run on that sinker. He's trying to throw it up and in at him and let it run back, and gets the benefit of the call right at the top of the zone.
So Smith, Fitzgerald, and Wisely have now struck out twice each. And here is Kisner, who had a foul pop out his first time up. He takes low for ball one. One 0 pitch. Swinging a foul. It's now 1-1.
The two strikeouts are a lot easier. If you could get the catcher here to pop up to the catcher, it'd be an exact replica of that second inning.
1-1. Ooh, just missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Four nothing Giants lead. The 2-1 pitch and a swing and a bouncing ball foul. It's now a 2-2 count. The defense on the infield is playing straight up. The outfield is shaded a bit towards right center. Gurriel doing some calisthenics, it appears, left, just kind of skipping back and forth as this one is swung on, hit right off the end of the bat, back to the pitcher, fought long underhand toss. Is in plenty of time, and it is a 1-2-3, top of the 4th inning. So a good bounce back, but the D-backs got to get their offense going as they trail 4-0. Bottom of the
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Visit forthepeople.com or an office near you.
Celebrate Independence Weekend at Chase Field. Arrive early on Saturday, July 5th to get the D-backs patriotic tee. Secure your tickets now at DBACKS.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Robbie Ray has not allowed a base runner through 3, and Ketel Marte will now lead off the 4th inning. Giants with a 4-0 lead. And the first pitch to Ketel is a strike call. 0-1. What a homer Marte had last night. As this 0-1 from Robbie Ray is a jam shot foul. That time after going breaking ball away, he tried to bully him up and in, nearly pulled it off. It's 0-2.
That's where that deception of him throwing across his body really comes to play.
0-2 on the ground to third. And Wisely has it cleanly. His throw to first is in time. 1 up and 1 down. 10 in a row set down by Ray to begin his outing.
And done on just 30 pitches, which is incredible. I think Brandon Pfaadt needed 76 to get through 4.
Here is Perdomo. Well, first time up, Perdomo with a fly out to center field. I mean, his offense, though, continues to shine. As this one is a breaking ball dropped in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. 6 for 12, 2 RBIs, 2 walks. Both of those RBIs in such pivotal moments in last night's game and the game before. As the pitch from Ray this time should have been a strike. It was not. 1-1 the count. But he is doing a great job as Ray. 2 things. One, you pointed out. The location with the off speed. I mean, it has been almost perfect. As the 1-1, right down the middle for a strike. But he's also going east to west, seemingly at will. Away with the soft, hard with the in, and the D-backs having a hard time picking up his dance routine.
You know, especially that slider, because he throws across his body, so you think it's a fastball, and that ball just keeps coming in. That's why you're getting some of these jam ground balls.
1-2 pitch, and it just missed the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. But he has just been all over the box as Robbie Ray. 34 pitches thrown, 24 strikes. The 2-2 is low, and now the count full.
It would make sense that the longest and highest count of the game, pitch-wise, for Robbie Ray would be against Perdomo.
And now the 3-2. Perdomo, hard hit, ball line to second, and it's caught by Fitzgerald.
Robbie threw his hardest pitch of the outing so far, 95, up and away. Perdomo all over it, and a little bit of bad luck hitting it right at the second baseman.
Injuries can come out of left field. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. First one to Gurriel, and it's too high for ball 1. 11 in a row set down by Ray. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giants 4, and the Diamondbacks nothing. Bases are empty, 2 outs. And the left-hander's pitch is swung on and just weakly fouled. That time the slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now going to get a new baseball here. You know, if he gives up a base hit on this pitch, he'll rue that decision. And here is the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Gurriel. And the inning is over. It's the 4th consecutive 1-2-3 inning turned in by Robbie Ray. He has struck out 3.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till they thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
And Wolf and Luke Wednesday mornings at 11:45. Team President Derek Hall joins Bickley and Murata Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It is the top of the 5th inning. And before we get started, Alec Thomas gets a baseball that landed back onto the field of play. Tosses it back in the stands. And now for Brandon Fotcole, the real test. He has struggled top of the order and first 2 times through the lineup. And here he is facing the top of the order for the 3rd time. And the first one to Mike Yastrzemski, the leadoff man, is grounded through the vacated left side. A base hit in between short and third.
It's just something with the top of the order because he's thrown that first pitch curveball to several guys in the bottom and got it for a strike. But Yastrzemski just puts a little bit of a swing on it and finds the open hole on the left side.
Giants 4, D-backs nothing so far. The first one to Willie Adames is taken low and outside for ball 1. From the belt, here comes the 1-0. Swung on and fouled. And the count at 1-1. Ball, 1 strike. Adames has walked and he doubled. As this 1-1 pitch is grounded to short. Perdomo has it cleanly. Goes to Blaze for 1. His throw to first in time. And a picture perfect 6-4-3 double play.
Talked about that sinker being so good for Fott. Tons of movement tonight. He uses it right there. And like you said, that's as easy as it gets around the horn.
First pitch now, Rafi Devers, and he takes low for ball 1. Two outs, bases empty. The Giants by 4. As the 1-0 out in front was Devers, pulls it foul. Evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Devers walked and scored in the first. He grounded out to first his last time up. As this 1-1 is grounded. Diving Tawa knocks it down to Blaze. Blaze underhands to Fott covering. And a razzle-dazzle pinballing ground out as the putout goes 3-4-1. And the inning comes to an end. Nice job by Fott. Great job by the Diamondback defense. And we now go to the bottom of the 5th. Giants 4, D-backs nothing, and the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
Everyone.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
First pitch drive, left field and deep. Diamondbacks on the board thanks to Suarez.
That's one way to break up 12 straight. He got a fastball, couldn't have been more down the middle. And he does what he does best, is hit the ball out to left field.
That's home run number 27. That's RBI number 70 here in the first half. And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. Always fun when there's no doubt off the bat. And now Grichuk. And he tried to go after the first pitch, but he comes up empty. And the count is 0-1. The 0-1. And now Grichuk swings, and he hits that one out to deep left field as well. Ramos is moving back and in front of the wall, makes the catch. Just caught it off the end of the bat and still gave it a good run for its money.
A good look at Robbie Ray is he was making a what just happened face as he thought he just gave up back-to-back homers. But he went with a changeup there. That's a pitch he really hasn't used today. It's been the other two breaking balls.
Well, amongst the celebration at Chavez Ravine yesterday with the 3,000th strikeout by Clayton Kershaw as Blaze Alexander takes outside, one of the things that was not lost upon that team and that crowd was the injury to Max Muncy. Their third baseman suffered a pretty nasty-looking collision. His knee was bending in places it should not typically bend. And the MRI came out clean, as this is a chopper to short. Big old friendly bounce for Adames. And a quick throw to first base is in time. 2 down for James McCann. However, Muncy going to be unavailable for the next 6 weeks, and that's going to take him into the middle of August. That should all but, you would think, make Suarez the number 2 third baseman for the National League. And now that Muncy, unfortunately, is unable to go.
You're right on that. I mean, the numbers you just rattled off for the first half are incredible.
And we talked about it yesterday as McCann, the catcher, takes high for ball 1. Even if Muncy were a green light, how you can leave a guy off that's going to be pretty close to 30 bombs in the first half, I have no idea. As now this one is hard hit to second, but it's collected by Fitzgerald near the bag. He throws to first in time, and after the homer, the Diamondbacks down in order. In the bottom of the 5th, we make our way into the 6th inning. Giants lead at 4-1.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Night at Chase Field on July 22nd. This special event ticket pack includes a lower level ticket and a co-branded U of A cap. Visit dbacks.com/U of A.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, thanks to that home run by Gino Suarez, the D-backs are safe at home with Blue Sky Pest Control, the official pest control provider for the Arizona Diamondbacks in Chase Field. Elliot Ramos leads off for the Giants. We are already In the 6th inning, Chris Garagiola alongside Josh Colmenter. Great to be with you here tonight. Well, tomorrow, no surprise to anybody. The 4th of July. D-backs are going to be home once again. As Ramos swings and misses at the first pitch. And the count 0-1. I mean, nothing more summer than a 4th of July cookout with friends and family. As the 0-1 swung on, and that is popped up out of play. The count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And if you really want to go full-blown patriotic, take in a baseball game while you're at it.
Certainly.
0-2 now. Ramos will use his timeout.
Fought with that quick 5th. He only threw 7 pitches. Gives him a chance here in the 6th.
Here's the 0-2. Ramos swings, fouls it. Count remains the same. Here's the 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Fott continuing to build upon what was a very strong 5th inning for him.
And finally exacting a little bit of his revenge against the middle of the lineup. Between 1 and 4, that's really what's done the damage.
Seven strikeouts for Fott tonight. And now Jung-Hoo Lee. And the first pitch to him, he takes all the way and looks at ball 1. Sweeper missed low and inside. After this, the Diamondbacks will remain home for 3 games against the Royals. As the 1-0 breaking ball missed inside. Oh, it did not. A late strike call that will draw the ire of Bob Melvin. As it's now 1-1. Fott ready the pitch. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's consistently getting that comeback sinker call at the top of the zone.
Fott, his pitch to Lee is lifted foul, left field side. The more we see him play, the more I continue to be impressed with Jung-Hoo Lee as he reaches for this one, grounds it to short. Perdomo quickly to first. I don't think it's in time, and the call is safe. Just hustling hard the whole way right out of the box, and it's going to be, as for now, an infield single and no challenge coming for the Diamondbacks.
You're right, running out of the box. Quinn Wolcott stayed at his position way back in the outfield almost to call that from 20 feet away. But it looks like he nailed it.
Dominic Smith 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And now Fott will step off. Lee is 6 for 8 in stolen base attempts this year. McCann is 1 for 6 in throwing guys out. The pitch from Fott is outside. What a nice stop made by McCann to prevent that from going to the backstop.
I like how he did a little bluff almost, like he missed it. Wheeled around to look just to see if Lee would take it.
One ball, no strikes. Fott getting towards the end of his line as this is a swing and a fly ball to left. Gurriel now moving a little to his left makes the catch. And there are 2 down as that brings up the second baseman Fitzgerald. The D-backs have right-hander John Curtis up and throwing. But Fott would like to get 6 innings in the books and leave the final 3 to that Diamondback bullpen, which should be very well rested. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Fitzgerald. So far, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Earn points for D-backs rewards on game tickets, exclusive merchandise, and more by shopping participating products at Fry's Food Stores. Visit friesfood.com/D-backs for details. The 0-1. And Fitzgerald, another swing and miss. He's walking that sweeper further out of the zone. It's 0-2.
I think any off-speed pitch down and away, you're going to get a swing from Fitzgerald. Swung through a changeup, a sweeper. And like you said, if we're betting men, would be a sweeper again.
No balls, 2 strikes. Fott throws. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Just painted it on the corner. And Fott likely ends his day with his 8th strikeout. However, the D-backs go into the bottom of the 6th, and they trail the Giants 4-1 on the Morgan.
You understand the magical intersection between creativity and athleticism, Pisces, and you know that baseball can be its own art form. Your graceful sprints between bases and elegant catches are enough to make the crowd emotional. Bringing awareness to the beauty of the game will help attract fans from all walks of life and fill up the seats in the stadium.
Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
On July 21st, the D-backs host Jose Altuve and the Houston Astros at Chase Field for a 3-game series. Secure your tickets now at DBACKS.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
4-1 Giants as we open up the bottom of the 6th inning. And the first pitch to Tim Tawa is in the dirt for ball 1. Tawa, a strikeout victim his first time up. It'll be Tawa, Thomas, and then Cattell as the 1-0 is low. 2 balls, no strikes. The Diamondbacks have 1 hit. That hit a good one. Long ball by Gino Suarez as a 2-0 from Ray is a strike. That first hit presented by New Vision Auto Glass. New Vision and the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation are teaming up to donate funds to veterans with every hit this season as part of the Hits for Heroes program. And now the 2-1 pitch missed badly inside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike.
Just the second 3-ball count for Ray. He's only thrown 51 pitches. He's already here in the 6th inning.
3-1. Grounded to short. And Adames charging in. He throws to first in time. Tawa now 0 for 2.
Thomas struggled getting that one out of his glove. He had to take a couple extra shuffles until he got a real handle on the ball.
Thomas 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base his first time up. Diamondbacks likely going to go with John Curtis for the 7th. He is still up and throwing. And Brandon Fott. As first pitch to Thomas, taken for a strike. Diamondback right-hander threw a total of 97 pitches. The 0-1 swung on, and a little pop-up in a shallow left field. Long run for the third baseman Wisely, and couldn't make the catch. He was there. His back, though, was towards home plate. A little over-the-shoulder effort, and just didn't quite extend those arms.
You're not quite sure where the wall is. It's easy to short arm that one, and he's trying to make that over-the-shoulder grab. That's a tough angle, and Adames from shortstop couldn't quite get over there in time.
A break for Alek Thomas, no doubt. We'll see what he's able to do with it. Robbie Ray only has 3 strikeouts, hasn't needed them for the most part. The 0-2 is line foul. And let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
KMVP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Giants 4, Diamondbacks 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Thomas, swing and a miss. And Ray gets his 4th strikeout.
And really gassing up. He threw every pitch 95 or 96 to Thomas there and stuck with the hard stuff instead of trying to get that breaking ball down and away.
City of Hope is revolutionizing cancer care with life-saving speed. Here in the Valley with dedicated experts, targeted treatments, and appointments available in as little as 24 hours. Learn more at cityofhope.org. First pitch, Cattell. He swings. He lifts a high fly to right center. Lee now crossing onto the warning track, makes the catch. A 1-pitch out to put the finishing touches on a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th. We make our way into the 7th. It's still Giants 4.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
Coming to an end on July 7th. Now it's time to purchase a new 2025 Bronco Sport for only $27,900 or a new F-150 STX Super Crew for only $41,700 with real employee pricing. Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Sanderson Ford. The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We'll make our way now into the top of the 7th and a pitching change for the Diamondbacks. Called to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best plan to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Here is the 3rd outing of the year for John Curtis with the Diamondbacks. So far hasn't allowed a run in 2 innings pitched. He faces Brett Wisely, and Wisely grounds it to first on the first pitch. Nice pickup by Tawa. Smooth feed over to Curtis covering. And that's about as positive of a start as you'll have.
1 pitch and 1 out, and Curtis has come in. He throws strikes, and an interesting arsenal. He throws a fastball and a cutter. No changeups, no curves, no sliders, just those 2 pitches.
Again, the day obviously done for Brandon Pfaadt. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. As this is Andrew Kisner, the catcher. And while he takes a moment to get something out of his eye, a reminder that Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. Curtis ready. Here's the pitch. And Kisner taking all the way, looks at a strike. It has been pretty remarkable to watch John Curtis get as many first pitch strikes. And not only that, but first pitch outs as well. He got one, obviously, in this game. Just said it a couple moments ago, but in that finale against the Marlins, the first pitch of the 8th inning, his first pitch when he came into the 8th inning, there was 2 outs. He got an out into the 9th. The first 2 batters in the top of the 9th inning swung at the first pitch and made outs. And Jesus Sanchez, as the 0-1, he was taken outside. We were kind of joking around. No way he's going to swing at the first pitch. Well, he did. Pulled it foul. Curtis had the chance to throw 5 pitches and get an inning and 2/3 scoreless. Here's the 1-1. And Kisner takes low. 2-1 the count. Here's the wind of the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, that ball lashed into left field, a base hit. Kind of a tomahawk-looking swing. And for Kisner, just his 4th hit with the Giants. As that brings up the top of the order, and Mike Yastrzemski.
That was just a cutter at the top of the zone, and you're right, he did put a little tomahawk swing on that, but that one just spun in the middle, didn't really cut like he wanted it to, and Curtis, for the second time now, is having a little trouble with that pitch comp.
Yastrzemski is 2 for 3 with 2 hard-hit singles. The Giants have a 3-run lead here in the top of the 7th. And the first pitch from Curtis is a strike called. And the count is 0-1. D-backs still just the 1 hit thus far, and yet they're still in the game. As the 0-1 just missed, 1-1 the count. The thing to keep an eye on, though, is that Robbie Ray has thrown 57 pitches through 6 innings. He is very much in shutout territory, or not shutout, but complete game. As the 1-1 is swung on and fouled back. Unfortunately, his efficiency comes on a day where the Diamondbacks really had stretched the Giant bullpen thin. And so all you need to do, or one of the goals going into the game, get to the Giant bullpen early. Doval was likely unlikely. Rodriguez was likely unlikely. Okay, I could have phrased that better. I'm hearing that in my ear now. As the 1-2 to Yastrzemski is swung on and missed. He struck him out. And Curtis continues to throw the ball just supremely well.
A manager loves a reliever that comes in and attacks the strike zone, and Curtis, with a pretty good fastball, can run it up to 96, and that cutter off of it, and you throw strikes, you're going to earn the manager's trust in a hurry.
Willie Adames walked, doubled, and hit into a double play. He's also scored 2 runs. As this first pitch is swung on and fouled. 0-1 the count.
And back to your bullpen usage, I was just really hoping the Giants had a guy with the last name Likely.
I don't think there's been a Likely in the big leagues. The 0-1. Adames a big swing and a bouncing ball foul third base side. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Giants 4, Diamondbacks 1. Kisner at first, there are 2 down. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from John Curtis. And now he steps off.
You don't get to see that really ever, the long hold and the step off, but he has a couple to burn with the guy at first.
4 to throw, as this 0-2 is swung on and fouled back. Still no balls and 2 strikes. From the belt, Curtis's 0-2 just missed low, like the try. Thomas playing straight up in center field. As are Gurriel and Grichuk in the corners. A 1-2 is a hard hit ball. That somehow stays inside the third base line, a fair ball. And that's going to carry him back towards Gurriel in left. Adames in his second with his second double of the night. And now runners at second and third for Devers.
He catches, I guess it was a breaking ball, so Curtis featured a slider there, a slower one. Adames just catches it out in front and so softly hit that Gurriel's able to get to it quick to keep the runner just at third base.
Hard to tell from that angle if that was a fair ball or not. It looked like if it did hit the chalk, it hit the very outside edge of it. D-backs going to save their challenge. But now a base hit would really sting. That pitch, by the way, to Adames was about a foot below the zone, as the first one to Devers is too high for ball one.
Curtis has the exact stuff that they've been getting Devers on all series. A hard fastball and a hard cutter up and in.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. That was about a middle fastball as one can be. And Devers, again, I don't know if it's the timing or what, but just swung right through it. There comes the 1-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. And Devers was just late on it. It's now 1-2.
He takes the exact same swing on every pitch, doesn't matter where it's at. It's a huge cut. He starts with that open stance, he closes it off, and then swings back open, and he's just pulling off every pitch.
Here it is, the swing and a foul. He was even selling out for a fastball that time. That foot was down early, and he still just fouled it back.
Against Curtis, you have to sit hard. You're not going to get much lower than 90 miles an hour. So you just have to have the timing right for that fastball.
Second and third, 2 outs for the Giants. They lead by 3 here in the 7th. Line would have been throwing Devers that many fastballs near the middle of the plate. That just goes to show you how much he's grinding. Curtis ready, and now he's going to step off. Didn't like the movement by Kisner over at third.
He was bouncing around and kept inching closer and closer. Suarez playing way off third base, so he was about halfway down the third baseline trying to get in Curtis's line of sight.
1-2. And he missed badly outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs, top of the 7th. Curtis, he throws. And he missed low and inside. Full count now on Devers.
Suarez tried to sneak in behind the runner down at third base, but probably not worth making that throw from McCann.
And now Curtis is going to step off again. That's the second disengagement. He really just needs to ignore Kisner. I can guarantee you, for a guy who is 4 for 33, he does not want to be messing around trying to steal home with 2 outs. Here's the payoff, and a hard hit base hit into right field by Devers. Kisner scores. Here comes Adames behind him. It's a 2-run single for Rafi Devers, and the Giants extend their lead 6-1.
You said it would be a big knockout punch if they were able to get a single here. And wouldn't you know it, maybe the worst pitch that he threw in terms of in the zone, that was way down and in. But that must be where Devers likes it, is down more than up, as he's able to get his hands into that one.
Devers now with 8 RBIs as a Giant. And now here is Ramos, and the first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Well, now for the D-backs, really have their work cut out for them. Down by 5 here in the 7th. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball towards short. Perdomo has it, goes to Alexander for the force out. And that'll do it for San Francisco. They tack on 2 more. They do it on 3 hits and strand 1. It's stretch time in the desert, and the Giants lead 6-1.
play in Toronto, Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys. So when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Celebrate Independence Weekend at Chase Field. Arrive early on Saturday, July 5th to get the D-backs Patriotic Tee. Secure your tickets now at DBACKS.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks. They may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well, it's just the 58th pitch thrown by Giant starter Robbie Ray as we are in the bottom of the 7th. It was a strike to Geraldo Perdomo, and the count is 0-1. The Giants have extended their lead. It's now 6-1. As now the pitch from Ray is reached for and grounded to short. A lot of that tonight as Adames makes the play once again. 1 up and 1 down. Bottom of the 7th means the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Arizona Complete Health, transforming the health of the community one person at a time.
He's on some type of roll. I mean, through 4, through 5, through 6. This is the lowest amount of pitches he's thrown through any of those innings so far in his big league career.
Here is Gurriel. He swings and lines it into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Ramos quick to cut it off as Gurriel digs for second. The throw is way off target. And a 1-out double here for Lourdes. The D-backs starting to get something going here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Hustle double there. The Giants have really struggled trying to throw the ball back into second. There's a couple times they could have made close plays. And if you're Ray, nothing to knock your head at. He went down and got his changeup way off the plate away. And now we'll see Ray pitch out of the stretch for the first time in this game.
That's a great observation. Suarez took him deep his last time up. Gino is 1 for 2 with a homer and a strikeout. And the pitch to him is just off the edge. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the Giants 6 and the D-backs 1. The Diamondbacks took the first 2 games of this series. The Giants won last night in 10 innings. And they have been leading pretty much for the entirety of this one. As the 1-0 is a top corner strike. That double by Lourdes just the second hit for the Stakes tonight. As here comes Ray's 1-1. Missed inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. A loss here sets the D-backs back under 500. And again, they're still trying to identify who they are going to be at this year's deadline. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball to beauty. Joey Lavello reiterating once again, he has to believe that they are going to be buyers. But that, frankly, is only going to be dictated by the record 2 weeks from now. Swing and a miss. And Ray strikes out Suarez. 2 down here in the 7th.
Not a single fastball in that sequence. I think that's due to the fact that he hit the last one he saw into the D-backs bullpen.
And now Grichuk just missed going back-to-back with Suarez in that 5th inning. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Ray throws, and Grichuk takes high. Diamondbacks have Jalen Beeks up and throwing. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. And here is the 1-0. Swung on, hard hit to third, right to Wisely, who goes to first in time, and the inning is over. D-backs get a 1-out double, unfortunately cannot score, and we go to the 8th. The Giants have a 6-1 lead.
Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It's Jalen Beeks' turn to pitch here for the Diamondbacks. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. A best plan, a new Ford at Sanderson Ford. Giants in front of this finale by a score of 6-1. Beeks, the 31-year-old, ready for what is his 40th appearance this season. 4.74 ERA. He faces Jung-Hoo Lee, and he fouls the first pitch he sees from Beeks to make it 0-1. It's one of those rare nights where this offense for the D-backs a little quiet, as that one is low, 1-1 the count. Beeks leads the team in appearances, as he is now 4 ahead of Shelby Miller. That pitch, a strike, right on the edge, and it's 1-2. And Robbie Ray, 67 pitches thrown, 7 innings. Barring an absolute breakdown, he's going to try and go the distance. As that is strike 3 called. Beeks dropped a fastball on the corner, and Jung-Hoo Lee down on strikes.
Lulled him to sleep, 3 straight changeups, and then 96 down at the knees. And I'm sure Beeks enjoyed a few days of rest. Being a workhorse, this is the first time he's featured in this series.
Here's Dominic Smith. Rolls over the first pitch he sees. It's grounded to Blaze Alexander, and he throws to first in time, just like that. 2 down in the 8th inning. And that's going to bring up the Giants' second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Quick inning for Beeks. I'm curious if Torey tries to get 2 out of him or saves him for the weekend. There's no off days now until the All-Star break.
Enjoy another extended fireworks spectacular show tomorrow night, presented by Bar S. Secure your tickets at DBACKS.com. Here's the first pitch, and that is too high. 1 ball, no strikes. Fitzgerald tonight sitting on the hat trick. Not been a good night for the bottom of the order for the Giants. As the 1-0, there's a swing. Broken bat flare left field. Gurriel all over it, makes the catch. And Jalen Beeks with a sparkling 1-2-3, top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Giants 6, Diamondbacks 1 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Watch all D-BACKS games both live and on demand with the D-BACKS TV subscription. Start your 7-day free trial today by registering at D-BACKS TV. Visit dbacks.com/watch to learn more.
D-BACKS Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and Giants starter Robbie Ray is back on the mound. First pitch to Blaze Alexander is just off the edge. 1 ball and no strikes the count. A little bit of chirping from the Giant dugout after that non-call. Robbie Ray has only thrown 68 pitches as the 1-0 to Blaze swung on and bounced to third, diving.
Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app. The local sports leader and the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Top of the 9th inning, and right now the Giants in total command. They are in front 6-1, and Torey Lovello is going to bring in right-hander Kevin Ginkel. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in a new Ford at Sanderson Ford. Ginkel making his 21st appearance this year. 21 strikeouts, 10 walks. And he faces the bottom of the order with Brett Wisely. First pitch, that's a strike. Well, Ginkel has really started to throw the ball much, much better for the Diamondbacks. That is an encouraging sight to see. Here's the 0-1. And a strike. Wisely already a bit agitated with Ramon DeJesus' strikeout. He thought he got hosed back in the 4th inning. As here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Wisely strikes out.
Ginkel just kept climbing that ladder. DeJesus has been friendly with the high strike zone, and he just went a little bit higher than that one for the swing and miss.
Going to bring up Kisner, who singled and scored back in that 2-run 7th inning. The Giants have out-hit the D-backs 9-2. Robbie Ray has been the story for the Giants and the problem for the Diamondbacks. As this pitch is swung on and fouled. Nothing in 1 the count. So far, the Diamondbacks are going to send up Thomas, Marte, and Perdomo in the bottom of the 9th inning. There's the 0-1 to Kisner, swung on and fouled, and the count is 0-2.
And with Beeks just throwing 7 pitches, if Ginkel can have a quick one, just getting these two a little bit of work, as neither has pitched in this series. Should be fresh for tomorrow.
No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2. Swing and a foul. Ray is not only trying to capture his 2nd career complete game, he is also trying to make it a Maddox, and that is to do it under 100 pitches. He is sitting at 78 pitches. So safe to say, if the Diamondbacks do not score in the bottom of the 9th, he will likely achieve the feat. Kisner swings and fouls it back. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your D-backs gear and today's special offer. Another 0-2 from Ginkel. And that one hard hit past the dive of Tawa. And it goes down the right field line. Kisner content to hold it first with a 1-out single. It's his 2nd hit of the night.
Just keeps it inside the line. He's beat with 96. So late to it, but playing way off the line was Tawa. He's able to squeeze that one past him.
Back to the top of the order, Yastrzemski. And he's 2 for 4. First pitch, and the slider missed low. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, the count. D-backs down 6-1. And now Yastrzemski goes after a slider and just got a piece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kansas City Royals come into town tomorrow for the one and only series in the regular season. Royals have been struggling mightily as of late. As this is on the ground right side, past the dive of Alexander. It's the 3rd single for Yastrzemski. Back-to-back hits for the Giants, and they've got 2 on for Willy Adames.
This game has had several similarities. The first and the third inning for the Giants, where the top of the order did all the damage. And then now, the seventh inning, it was a single by the catcher in the 9 spot that ended up leading to 2 runs. Ginkel needs to be sharp here to make sure that doesn't happen.
By the way, just to wrap up on Kansas City, they lost their finale today against Seattle. They're 7 under 500, and they have lost 9 of their last 11 games entering play tomorrow. And they will start with Chris Bubich for the opener. First pitch, Adames is swing and miss. Fastball at 96, top of the zone. Giants 6, the Diamondbacks 1. If the Giants hang on, they'll be 47-41 on the year. As this 0-1 is swung on. Oh, it deflects off of Ginkel. He knocks it down, but Adames is going to beat it out for an infield hit. That was hit 91 miles an hour off the end of the bat, but it directly hit Ginkel up high. I want to say maybe near the shoulder. I think he's okay.
He saw it well enough to get the glove out, and I don't know if he gets it all with the glove and knocks it down, or if it goes glove and catches part of the body. And he's adamant to wave the trainer off, but Torrey told Max Esposito to just go out there anyway.
I mean, anytime it's a line drive, you're going to have some concern. That's why usually the first place we tend to look, that video board and right. If the exit velocity is well over 100 miles an hour, you start to seriously worry about the well-being of the pitcher. But you said it best. He had enough time. That one at 91 miles an hour still hit hard, but enough time to at least react and get some leather on it. Unfortunately, the bases are loaded for Rafi Devers, and for Giants fans, this is the moment they've been waiting for. And a base hit that brought home 2 his last time up. 1 out, and the pitch in the dirt. Oh, what a stop by McCann. Belly flopped on top of that one.
That's how you do it textbook. You don't try to backhand it. You don't try to turn the glove over and get it gloved. You just swing the body all the way out there and knock it down.
1 ball and no strikes. And now the pitch is fouled. Well located fastball by Ginkel right on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just based on that last at-bat, Devers much more comfortable with the ball down in the zone. Likes to drop his hands on it. I think that's why they've been trying to expose up and in as much as possible.
Here's the pitch, swung on, and he fouls it away. It's now a 1-2 count. Interesting location there.
It'd be interesting to look at his spray chart from every at-bat in this series, because there's been some really good pitches, but he's gotten a lot middle of the zone, but with good velocity that he's only been able to foul off.
The 1-2 is swung on and lifted in the air, deep left center. Gurriel settles underneath it, just shy of the track. He makes the catch. All 3 runners are going to tag. The throw to second, not in time. It's a sac fly for Devers. The lead 7-1, and the Giants now have 2 in scoring position for Elliot Ramos.
Devers just bookends his series here with 3 RBIs, last 2 at-bats. The Giants desperately want his bat to get going, and Blaze tried to steal an out there. He kept the tag on Adames the whole time as his momentum popped him up, but I think he was able to hold second.
Kisner scores his 2nd run on that sac fly. And now here is Ramos. Giants lead by 6. Out hitting the D-backs 12-2. As the first one, he got jammed with a heater and fouled it back. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Ramos is 2 for 4 with a double. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. The ball squirts forward, but both runners check. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, in the bottom of the 9th, the D-backs will have Thomas, Marte, and Perdomo. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt again, and McCann just throwing his body in the vicinity of that pitch low.
Doing anything to stop the ball, you're right. That one he slides over, He just wants to block it with anything. That one actually gets him in the upper thigh, but he keeps it in front of him.
Second and third, the 1-2 pitch. And Ginkel just missed downstairs. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Tried the slider again. And again, Ramos keen to it. He took it downstairs. The count is full. And Ginkel now 22 pitches thrown here in this 9th inning.
3-2 often where you get the swing and miss at the 2-2 pitch. I think he's going back slider.
3-2. Swung on and hit out to deep center field. Thomas on his horse going back. He will make the catch. Had to run a long way onto the warning track, but the inning does come to a close. The Giants get a run on 3 hits, a sac fly, and they strand 2. Last chance for the Diamondbacks. They need 6 to tie.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that, like, it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Official sports betting partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
On Saturday, July 19th, pick up a special Cattell Marte bobblehead courtesy of Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. Get your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Robbie Ray looking to complete the CG against the Diamondbacks. He has fired 8 innings of 1-run ball. The D-backs have 2 hits thus far, and they trail 7-1. As Alec Thomas swings at the first pitch, he pops it up, foul territory, first base side, but out of play she goes. It's 0-1.
If the D-backs try to get back in this at all, you need to get Thomas on base, turn it over to the top, and then see what happens when you get through Perdomo and Marte.
No balls and a strike. Ray ready. And here is the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to second. On a big bounce, it's grabbed by Fitzgerald. He throws to first, and there's 1 down here in the 9th inning.
We've talked efficiency. What's so impressive, the most pitches Robbie's thrown in an innings, 13. And then 3 times he's thrown single digits.
First pitch to Cattell. Now that one way outside for ball 1. There have been 11 complete games in the majors this year. As the pitch from Ray is low to Marte. 2 balls and no strikes. At least 9 inning complete games. Bit different than when you're on the road and losing. As a 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled by Cattell. 2 balls and a strike. Robbie Ray sitting at 83 pitches. The 2-1 pitch. A bit too high. It goes all the way to the backstop. 3-1. Base is empty, 1 out. The 3-1 pitch. There's a swing and a bomb out towards left field. Fair ball, home run. And for Cattell, his 19th home run of the season. As the D-backs get one back, it's now a 7-2 ball game.
Back-to-back nights with a 9th inning home run. Cattell hit 9 of those last year. He was so clutch in late inning situations, and if he's going to be like that in the second half, this D-backs team might be able to do some stuff.
And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. Here is Perdomo, and the first pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 the count. Perdomo going to use his timeout here. He missed a month of the season. He's got 19 homers. Imagine if he hadn't missed that month of April. At least most of it. 0-1, look out. It's inside. And the count now at 1-1 strike. And now the Giants have some action up in their bullpen. And Robbie Ray, as he wiped the brow from his forehead, took a peek down to that right field corner. 1 out, the 1-1. And he missed low. 2 balls, 1 strike. It is Spencer Bivens getting loose. Ray ready, the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop the curve in there. It's now a 2-2 count.
The off-speed stuff's been dynamite tonight, and it doesn't matter which pitch. Change-up, slider, or curveball.
7-2 Giants, 1 out in the 9th. And the 2-2 is fought off foul. And now Ray is at 90 pitches.
Amazing to believe that this will be the 13th pitch of the inning, and that's the most he's thrown in a single inning all game.
Diamondbacks have been hyper aggressive on the first and second pitches of the bats tonight. Clearly, the 2-2 grounded towards third softly, but it takes a left turn foul.
Perdomo's always going to put up a great at-bat. He never takes at-bats for granted. Even here in a 7-2 ball game with 1 out in the 9th.
The left-hander has the sign that he likes. And over the 2-2. Just deflected foul. Perdomo really making him work for it. Base is empty, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. D-backs still chasing 5 runs.
And you're right, Robbie looking around, looking dugout, bullpen. He looks up to see the pitch count.
The 2-2 is in the dirt. This is the longest at bat of any Diamondback tonight, as it has now gone 8 pitches. If he's going to get a complete game, Perdomo clearly going to be the toughest test. Here's his 3-2. And it's low ball 4. He walked him. And Bob Melvin getting a little queasy in that Giant dugout. He looks over at his pitching coach, who I imagine is going to go out for a mound visit. And Ray, a veteran, he understands the situation. 1 more base runner, and that's probably the end of the night for him.
He's not going for the complete game shutout. It's just a complete game, and you need Robbie Ray to be like this for the rest of the season. There's no sense pushing his pitch count up over 100 or much more than that just to get a complete game.
Believe me, this is beyond strategy. This is purely sentimental now. Some consider Bob Melvin an old school manager, not in terms of being more of a corporal punishment type, but one who really wants players to go out and achieve the things that guys used to do much more frequently 20, 30, 40 years ago. And back when Bob Melvin was playing, if you took the mound, you were trying to go the distance. He knows Robbie Ray only has one complete game, and he so desperately wants to see his guy get a second. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks, they're trying to reach into their bag of tricks and pull out another spectacular ninth-inning fireworks show. As first pitch, Gurriel swings and pops it up. A first pitch fly out to left field. And now there are two down for Gino Suarez.
And Robbie, he knows he's getting near the end. He jumped up and gassed that one at 96 up and in. And now he faces Suarez, who hit the fastball out of the park and then hasn't seen one since.
Home run here gets the Diamondbacks only to within 3. As this pitch from Ray is up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 7-2, Giants lead, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Suarez broke up the early no-no with the home run in the 5th inning. That was our cool play of the game, brought to you by Chaz Roberts. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42. So when your family needs 4 generations of AC and plumbing know-how and expertise, remember, choose Chaz. The 1-1 is too high. And now 2 balls and 1 strike the count. And you can just kind of see the facial expressions from Robbie Ray. He's gassed.
He's giving it everything he's got. You can tell he's extra grunting. We can hear it loud up here in the booth.
Here's the 2-1. Off the end of the bat, foul. Well, the Maddox is gone. Next pitch will be his 100th. And he doesn't care about that. He just wants a complete game victory. And he's a strike away from doing it. Giants lead by 5. And now Ray steps off. He puts his glove to his ear to hear the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ray throws. And it's grounded to third, but wisely watches it roll foul. We'll do it again. .22 pitches thrown this inning. And here comes the 2-2 to Suarez. It's fouled back. Slider at 88 miles an hour.
That foul ball took something with it. I don't know if a fan tried to make a hat catch or what, but something fell down with that ball.
Another 2-2 from Ray. Strike 3 called, and that's your ball game. Robbie Ray goes the distance in a place he used to call home in Chase Field. 9 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits allowed, and the Diamondbacks, after taking the first 2 games of this series, 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, they settle for the split. And Coley and I will wrap it up right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
The San Francisco Giants travel to Chase Field on June 30th for a 4-game series to take on the D-Backs. Get your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're